Hey, Anna, Elsa, other Frozen members, it is actually time now to let it go. Hello the YouTubes, Ash back once again with another movie review. That's two in one day. I did say I was going to try and up my game this year, and I'm getting off to a fairly decent start now, I think. Big Hero 6 is the latest movie from Disney Studios, from the animation department, taken over from Frozen, and in my eyes, putting Frozen firmly in the shadows. Don't get me wrong, I love Frozen, I thought it was a really fun movie, but this is more my scene. Obviously, they've taken a step back from the princesses and all the twirly-whirly sing-along stuff, and they've gone with superheroes. So it might just be that as to why I prefer this over Frozen. I don't think I'm going to be in the majority on this one. But for me personally, I absolutely love this film. I've spoken to other people who I know have seen this film and they all loved it as well. And that's not just the male persuasion. I know my sister loved it. I know my girlfriend loves it. It appeals to everybody. But I think it just has that edge for me because of what it's based on. It's Marvel Comics. It's little superheroes. It's Baymax. Oh my god, Baymax. I love Baymax. It melds together different genres that I like. The action adventure, the comic book, the animation. It all comes together in a good family-friendly package. So you can sit down with the kids and watch this and not roll your eyes every time something stupid happens like some animation. Some of them just make me want to gouge my own eyes out. Whereas this one, I think I enjoyed it more than the kids did. So the premise in a nutshell, you have a little kid called Hero who is a little boy genius. He builds robots and fights them. He's a hustler, essentially, as well. Basically, he's just too clever for his own good. He has an older brother who's also pretty clever, who's going to university. And he's the creator of Baymax, who's a big automated Blue Man doctor type thing. He's just the most cute thing ever. But anyway, something happens and Hero decides that Baymax needs to up his game a little bit, gives him a suit of armour, reprograms him and helps him to become a superhero. And they set up a little superhero gang to take down this masked villain who suddenly appeared. Training montages, fun times, action and adventure all ensues, and it's all absolutely quality. But nothing tops the humour in this film. Thankfully this is in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything, but the best scene by far is Baymax when his battery's running flat and he acts like he's had 20 gallons of gin. It's fantastic. I cried laughing. I had tears rolling down my face for that entire... I could watch it on repeat and I don't think it would ever get old. Speaking of tears though, it's not all happy laughing tears. There are a couple of times, at least 3 that I can think of, where this film tugs on the heartstrings. It's a hard watch. I mean, don't get me wrong, kids aren't going to be bawling their eyes out, but you adults, mate. I had something in my eye at one point. It was a very dusty environment that I was in, and I don't know, I just kept getting things in my eye. Mercifully, there is no singing in this. There's no big musical numbers, so nobody's going to be walking around singing the Baymax anthem on repeat for the next 2 years, so we don't have that to deal with. But I do suspect we're going to be seeing Baymax everywhere we look for a long time, and that is by no means a bad thing. Given that he's essentially just a big white balloon, it's amazing how emotive he is in the film and just how cute and lovable, and you just want to hug him. And if I don't get a Baymax, I'm going to cry. So on this one, you can tell me, Mum, because I wanted to buy us a Baymax for Christmas. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to be 33 in March. I don't care. I want a Baymax. As good as this film is, it's not without its issues. I can think of 3. One being the other kids who join Hero in his adventures and become superheroes with him aren't really fleshed out characters. Only one of them seems to get any kind of backstory. The rest are just sort of there. And number 2, the film is set in an alternative future in a city called San Francisco, and there is absolutely no explanation as to why San Francisco is now Japanese. But if you go online and look it up, you can find that explanation. It's fleshed out in the comic books that this is based on. So the explanation's out there, it's just not really given in the film. And 3, there is about one moment in the movie where the pace slows down a little bit. It's only about 5 minutes, but it's noticeable. And I think it's possibly a point where some kids might start to lose interest. Fortunately, it picks up really quickly. Like I say, it's only about a 5-minute spell, so their attention's going to be grabbed again soon enough. But yeah, I just think in a film that's aimed at kids, you need to keep everything going constantly and quick firing, otherwise they're just going to wander. So there is Big Hero 6. I can't give out half Ash Academy Awards, and I would feel horrible giving it 4 because it's worthy of more than that. It would be like a 4.5 out of 5, but in the interest of not cutting an Ash Academy Award in half, I'm just going to give it 5 because it is good fun. It's a brilliant movie that you can sit down and watch with your kids on a Sunday afternoon when you're full of Sunday dinner and you can't be asked to move. And hopefully with a bit of luck, it could be the start of a franchise. I would love to see more of this. I definitely want to see more of Baymax. Even if he gets his own spin-off and just does his own thing, I'll be happy with that because he's awesome. As always, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button above, hit the like button down below, tell your friends, tell your family, do tell me mum because I wanted to buy me a Baymax, and I will see you next time.